Hey friends, it's Carol, Saltbox Stitcher, back for another video, and actually I'm going to give Mr. Professor Saltbox a clue this time, because I know what it is. So he had a birthday yesterday. Are you ready?
I'm ready as I'll ever be.
Oh, that's scary. So
Do I need a pencil?
yes, pencil and paper.
Okay.
So write down your age that you turned yesterday.
39.
The true age, Jack Benny.
39 times.
Don't go there.
Okay. 76.
Trombones led the big parade. Now add our daughter's age, currently, not her next birthday, but currently.
Is this a test?
Yes, let's see if you pass.
37.
Okay. Take those two, and in your head, remember how you did math in your head when you were a kid?
But you just told me I could use a pencil.
I know, but don't say it. So
Okay.
add those two together. Click, 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 click.
Okay.
The wheels are turning.
I got that answer.
Now subtract from that the age of our oldest grandchild. You have other grandchildren, but Elijah. Subtract Elijah's age.
Okay, that's 10.
And you come out with, the answer is, ding, ding, ding.
103.
Yay! It's video 103. Didn't he do good? Oh, my. I need a haircut. My hair I think there's little men up in my brain. You go through the door that says, oh, he has my coffee. Hold on. Thank you, dear. It's my Susanna Howell Whitchurch cup. So there's little guys up in the brain that are in charge of the hair on your scalp. And so they're like, okay, the few of you that are left, you got to grow longer and faster.
I don't think that's the way it works.
Okay, Mr. Anatomy Professor. So I had an embarrassing moment this week. So somebody came to drop off a quilt. And I'm not sure exactly where she lives, but I don't think it's real close. Maybe 30 or 40 minutes away. So while she was here, she said, can I use your bathroom? I said, sure. The hall bathroom's right down there. And then I thought to myself, oh, I don't think that bathroom's very clean. And so, sure enough, there was hair on the floor of the bathroom. Because like I said, the little men are saying, for those of you left, grow longer and faster because a lot of them are bailing. So I felt really bad, but when she came out of the bathroom, I said, I'm sorry, I guess it wasn't probably very clean. She goes, oh, it's fine, it was fine. And I'm thinking, yeah, she just is saying that so that I don't, purposely rip a hole in her quilt with a broken needle. It's like long time ago, in another life of mine, I was traveling with some New York buyers when I was in my retail career. And I was traveling with some New York buyers I think we were either in Dallas or Houston, I can't remember. And one of them sent back their breakfast 4 times. And I was young and a little intimidated, and I thought, but I really wanted to say, they're going to spit in your food. See, I think that's the origins of COVID, was at a restaurant, people spitting in their food. But anyway, that was a diversion. Okay, what have I been stitching? Well, for Sampler September, I had 2 new starts. The first new start I didn't get a whole lot finished on. I mean, I didn't get a very big start, is what I'm saying. And that is Sarah Marple by the Northumberland Sampler House. You can get this as a PDF on Etsy, or you can get it a paper copy. Sarah Marple, 1830. Now the interesting thing about this is the border flowers, some of them are offset. And what I mean by that is how when you normally start next to a vertical thread, there's some stitches you start next to a horizontal thread. So as to center a flower that's over, say, 6 stitches. You know, if you had a flower over 7 stitches, you go to the middle one to start your flower. But some of them are over 6 stitches, so you have to start the flower between 2 stitches, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm using a Zweigart. I'm not sure which Zweigart this is, and I didn't get very far. I just got a little bit done on, let's see, on the border. So it's a Zweigart. It's not cream, and it's not light mocha. It could be platinum. So I just got a little start on that. And I'm using the called for DMC. It's a very traditional palette, gold, green, brown, a little bit of blue, and reds. So that's Sarah Marple by the Northumberland Sampler House. So that was one start. And then my last of my, I think I did 8 starts. I might have only done 7, but I think I did 8. The next one that I worked on was Eliza Scattergood. This isn't really a sample. Well, I mean, it's kind of a sampler. It's an original design by Plum Street. Eliza Scattergood. And it says Eliza Scattergood, her work 1839. That's a made-up name, but that's the one I'm going to use. I'm not going to put my own name. And this one, I got quite a bit done on this one. And I will get back to this. To me, it's a little bit fall. There's a squirrel with acorns, and we kind of associate that with fall. And a bird with, I guess those are acorns too. I love this little couple up there, the little funky ones with the umbrella. I love funky people, because I am one. So anyway, I got quite a bit done on this one. Got the top border finished. And this is on 40 count pecan butter by Lakeside. And when I get down to the bottom of it, then I'll trim it. Eliza Scattergood, 1839 by Plum Street. So I'm working on the house right now. And the house is black and gold, which is another reason I think it kind of looks fallish. This is an older pattern. It came out in 2012. I had a little bit of trouble finding it, but I didn't have to buy it on eBay. I finally did find it. So, and then the next one that I worked on for Sampler September, that I spent a lot of time on. I really wanted to get back to Anne Grimshaw to finish it, and I do want to finish that one before the end of the year. I didn't bring that out to show because I've shown it so many times. This is my old faithful friend Jane Atkinson, and except for 2 little leaves, there's one in the corner here and one in the corner here, except for 2 little leaves, I got all of the bottom flowers finished, and they're really pretty. So there's the bottom flowers. That middle one was a lot of stitching. I don't usually have any problem when there's when it's consistent. You know, it's like you have a row that goes round and then you have another row inside of that. It's when it's all over the place, it becomes kind of challenging. Jane Atkinson by the Scarlet Letter. And the next thing I'll be working, I'm going to finish those 2 leaves, but the next thing I'll be working on will be the grass underneath the people. I was watching Katie, So Tattered last night, and she was talking about the naked people. They're not totally naked. They have fig leaves. So, you know, they were covered up in some areas. They don't have all their privates showing. She didn't like creepy naked people. And I'm using the Aversois Soie d'Alger, which are the skeins for that. And it's gorgeous. And I never really compared the DMC. I don't know if the DMC would be significantly different or not. The picture to me, the picture is not near as vibrant as the colors that I'm using. I'm using the called for, but I don't know the reason for that. If it's could be just the photograph. And I have that in a Stitch Folk bag that was a gift to me. And the other two things I've worked on, one of them is A Witch in Her Garden by Brenda Gervais with Needle and Thread. I got a little bit done on this one, working on her dress. And I have a needle in there, so. And this is on Vintage Country Mocha, 36 count. The other pieces I showed you, Eliza Scattergood, Jane Atkinson, and Sarah Marple, those are all on 40 count. So I have worked on A Witch in Her Garden, and I am using the called for colors, which are some overdyed cottons and some DMCs. I used to, probably to some degree still do, I like to use these Access Commodities thread drops for my DMC. And I've gotten a lot of thread drops as gifts. So at some point I may change, but I like consistency. So for DMC, I'm going to continue to use these. But for some others, I'm using some of the, like I kitted something and it has Anchor. I can't remember which one it is. But anyway, I'm going to use thread drops that have been gifted to me. The other piece that I've been working on is Blackbird Fractor by Plum Street. My friend Linda just got this framed. She lives in Atlanta, and she was at the Cross Stitch Retreat here in Jacksonville last summer, and I've met her a couple times before. And she just finished this and framed it, and it's gorgeous. I don't know if she's on Instagram or not. I'll have to check. But she sent me a picture of her framed piece. She said that was her anniversary gift, was to get 3 pieces framed. I think that sounds like a good anniversary gift.
Yeah, it does.
Of course, for his birthday, he got Reese's Pieces and some lemon pound cake. Because, you get to a certain age, it's like, what do you need? You don't need clothes. He said, well, I could have a hat. And I'm like, you have tons of hats. He's like, well, I could have a mug. I'm like, there's a whole cupboard full of mugs.
So there goes my girlish figure.
Yeah.
Pound cake.
Pound cake and Reese's. Anyway, we're celebrating with the family on Sunday, so maybe he'll get a hat. I don't know. And a mug. But this is Blackbird Fractor by Plum Street. I got the moon finished. And I just started down here on the Blackbird. And there's a lot of stitching on these birds. But I'm going to continue on it. But I also have lots of plans, other things I want to stitch. I will stitch on Halloween, which this isn't really Halloween. There is one that's Autumn Fractor as well, but I liked this Blackbird Fractor. But I'll stitch on that through October. And then part of November, I want to do some Thanksgiving ones. I mean, I have some things that are already out that are kind of, thankfulness type pieces. Anyway, for Blackbird Fractor, I'm using the called for NPI silks. So I have that. I have quite a few things I want to show you that are finishes from the past. But I also have some things I want to show you that I want to work on. So I'll show you the work on first. And then maybe haul, and then I'll do a break to reheat my coffee, and then finish with some prior finishes. Oh, I need a haircut. I'm either complaining my hair's too short or too long. It's never ending with me. Never ending. I envy those people. I knew a gal I used to work with. Her hair looks like it was always the same. I don't know how she does that. You know, it's like it was never half an inch too long or half an inch too short. It was like, some people you can say, oh, they got a haircut. Most men you can even tell, oh, you got a haircut. This gal was like, maybe she wore a wig. I don't know. Her hair was always perfect. Oh my. I really want to start this. A lot of people are working on this. This is Stacy Nash, Houses of Berry Chapel Road, Turkey Hollow Farm. Love this. I have had this kitted for a long time. And it reminds me a lot of the Holly Berry Farm pieces, which I'll show you my Halloween at Holly Berry in a little bit. But I think I'm going to start this tonight. I have a piece of, what is this? Seraphim Antique Lace, which has kind of got a grayish tone. Originally, I had it kitted with whatever it calls for. I think it was Linen by Weeks, the color Linen by Weeks. But it was like 32 count. I didn't want to do it on 32. No, beige. I'm sorry. I had a piece of 32 count beige with it, and I didn't want to do that. Even though it calls for one strand, you could do it on 32, but I would prefer the coverage. And these are thread drops that my friend makes. Aren't they cute? Little turkey. Give thanks. Anyway, this is all the called for weeks. So that's one. I might start that today or tomorrow. I don't know. I'm in the mood to start that. I've been in the mood to start stuff. And I've told you before, I don't really like to start stuff, so if I'm in the mood, I might as well take advantage of it. I think starting stuff is kind of stressful. It's just cross-stitch, girl. What are you worried about? The other one I want to start that I thought I would have started by now is Frederica. I showed you this last time. It's the companion piece to Frederick, which I already finished. So I'm going to start this probably this weekend. And yes, I know I won't finish them this year, but they'll be started.
Frederick will be happy.
Yeah, Frederick will be happy. He'll have maybe it's his sister.
I don't think so.
He said he didn't think that was his sister. The other one that I haven't put any... Are you laughing at me?
I want coffee.
Oh. The other one that I started, but I haven't put any more stitches in, is this one, which is Jack's Bash by Plum Street. So I really need to get back to this one. I just have a little start. Jack's Bash. Okay, we're doing good. 18 minutes is all. A couple more things that I'd like to start or work on. I started this one last year and need to get back to because I have a very small start on this one, and that's Olga's Autumn Stocking, also by Plum Street, and I just have a teeny start on this one. And this is on Lakeside Vintage Pearl Barley, which is kind of a grayish brown. So it's a fat quarter, but I don't want to trim it because, you know, the stocking comes down and over, so. And it doesn't bother me to work on a big piece like that. Olga's stocking, barely a start, but a start. So that one. I'm going to try not to make this too long. My last one wasn't long, was it?
No, it wasn't.
See, there you go. I started this last year. This is Raven Bewitched by Blackbird Designs. Originally, this was a gift for me from Susan Aki for my birthday. She gave me the kit. And this one, I'm using one strand, but I'm not sure what she picked for the linen. Calls for 30 count old mill Java, but that's not what this is. This is, I think, is a I think it's a Lakeside, but I don't know which one. Raven Bewitched by Blackbird. And it has all these what are those stars called? Anyway, they're quilt stars. October 31st. So that's a fun one. I may work on that. And it actually has more colors than you would think.
Kansas City Stars?
No. I can't remember the name of those stars. They have Y seams unless you do them the new way with half square triangles, but that's off the subject. So anyway, here's the colors. There's more colors in that than you would think. To look at the chart, you'd think it's all like two colors, but it's not. So that's a whip I'd like to get back to. This is in a project bag that I made. It's just polka dots. Two more that I want to start. I don't have these kitted yet. They were originally done on straw by Weeks, and I have straw with NPI silks. I'm not sure if I'll have the silks. I'll see how much of it I have. And that is by the Good Housewife, Ida Mae Crow, and Ira Ray Crow. Love to start those. A lot of people have finished those. And then the other one, I have high ambitions, don't I? I have a friend that did this one, Autumn on Lazy Bear Mountain. I know Lisa Kindred Stitcher is doing this over one. Hats off to you, Lisa. Wow. I mean, that would be a death wish for me to do something this big over one. It's like, okay, make sure the will is filled out. Make sure we got the burial plot, because this is a death wish to do this over one. Anyway, it's beautiful. I have a friend that finished it and has it framed, and it's gorgeous. And I have it kitted with the NPI silks and a piece of hog bristle, which is what my friend stitched it on. And it looks really good. This is 40 count hog bristle, and it actually fits on a fat quarter if you're really, really careful. If you use 40 count and you're really careful. I think you only have like a 1 3/4 inch margin. But actually, this is a piece of hog bristle that's 19 inches wide. A lot of fat quarters are 18 inches wide, which is half the yard. Anyway, so I think this one was 19, so it'll fit, because it measures like 13 and a half. If it was 18, you'd only have 4 and a half, so that would, well, I guess you'd still have a 2-inch margin. That would work. Either way, that's what I'm going to use. I have more stuff. When will I finish all this? This was a piece that I got last fall at the Kansas City Cross Stitch Extravaganza by Coulter Station. It's a piece by Chessie and me. It's a needle roll. And with it, we got, there's another picture of the inside. Not another, but a picture of the inside. So we got the wool. We got all the threads, everything for this. And I'm not sure why these colors are in there. Anyway. So that was a full kit from a retreat. So I'd love to at least get that one started with the pumpkins. Now this is something I would work on in November even, because it's pumpkins, but it's not specifically Halloween. So I don't have to start that till next month. Ay, ay, ay. Y'all know it's a disease, right? Certifiable. Mayo Clinic hasn't announced it's a disease yet, but they're working on it.
On what?
Calling this cross-stitch stuff a disease, the collecting of it and the plans and all that, a disease.
Oh, it's a disease.
Certifiable. But I come from a family of hoarders. I mean, not bad hoarders. I have a brother that passed away when he was young, in his 30s. He had like thousands of CDs. I mean, that was his thing, his music. He played in a band. It's like, who wants all these CDs? Not me. So I have another brother that collects movies. He had a movie room in his house, collects movies. My sister's the only normal one. So I don't know how she escaped it. Although her hoarding is traveling. I mean, they're always on the go. It's like, where are you this week? Here's another one I want to start, and I have this one all kitted and ready to go. It's the new one by Brenda Gervais, When Pumpkins Glow. I think that's adorable. Everybody's seen this one. It's just came out. And I have two pieces. I have a piece of Ligonier Latte, which is part of my haul. I got this from Kitten Stitcher. She had some in, or she posted that she had gotten some in. But prior to that, I had pulled a piece of Old Town Blend. Ligonier Latte is just a little bit more greeny gray. Doesn't really matter, but one's 40 and no, they're both 40. I think you have to stitch it on 40 in order to put it on that that stand that it's on, because of the measurement of that stand. So that's something I want to get done or started. And another one, oh, High Hopes. Isn't there a song, High Hopes?
No, it's hi ho, off to work I go.
No, not High Ho. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
what was the guy that had a beard and,
You got high hopes.
yeah, that one. He's singing. It's Hello Fall. I have all of these, and I have done Hello Spring, and that's it. And I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed. Because I've had these for a long time. They came out in 2017. Hello, it's 6 years past. But I love that guy. And would it surprise you if I said it's kitted? And this is a piece of something something. This is an R&R. Smell the coffee. This is Stars Hollow that I have that kitted with, which I think is the cobble for. So that's another one that I'd like to start. The other thing, I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that I have on this menagerie of stuff. My dad used to say, I think that's too much of enough. So I'm going to move the camera just a hair so you can see it a little better, and I'll point out some of the things. If there's anything I missed, let me know and I will answer.
I should take a break. Reset.
Okay, so this one right here, I'm not going to grab them. I posted this on Instagram, so if you're curious, you can go look on Instagram for close-up.
Picture.
This is Boo to You by Brenda Gervais. I guess I can grab this one. The others are kind of precarious, but Boo to You by Brenda Gervais. I love that pumpkin head lady. And then there's a blackbird one with the moon right here. Oh, this is called Spell of the Moon. I didn't get out the pattern by Blackbird. I have this really cute fabric, October 31st on the back. The big framed one, I'm not going to have him get that one because that'll make everything else fall. But that one is Midnight in the Garden. And then this, and that's also Blackbird. This is the Black Cat one. It's also by Blackbird. I need to restuff this. It's not stuffed as tight as I'd like it to be, so I need to open it up and add some more stuffing. The tree one, just hand me the little pumpkin at the top. The other tree ones, let me tell you that you don't have to get them. This one is on there. Just turn the little, no, down. No, they'll fall. Please don't. This one is Button-Eyed Cat by Scarlet House. This one is Holiday Hoopla by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle and Thread. This one is Cat in the Moon by With Thy Needle and Thread. And this one is out of a book called Tricks or Treat by Blackbird. Okay, you can put it back. But I wanted to show you this. Whoa. I wanted to show you this. I made these last year. I probably made about 3 or 4 of them. So I got the pumpkins done. They're wool. But I hadn't finished the black cats. Oh, and I also have a lot of pumpkins. Those felt pumpkins. Those are by the Felt Pod. I think they're available on Etsy. The little pumpkins and the candy corn. Okay, that's good, thank you. But I also have the black cat wool, and this is by Shakerwood Woolens. I've had this for a while, so I'm not sure if this is still something you could get. But there's enough to make, I think, 3 of them in here, and it's a complete kit. So, with the pumpkin will be the black cat. So I know Katie from So Tattered and somebody else, they're doing Wool Wednesdays, so maybe by next Wednesday I can. They go together really fast, and there's just buttons for the eyes.
Oh my gosh.
So the other one I have, and I didn't get out the pattern, and I'm not sure the name of this, but this is by Blackbird. Mine's on a Lone Elm box. You know, and this one I'm thinking is Moonlit Garden rather than Midnight in the Garden. Anyway, this is Blackbird. I'll try to, maybe I can have him, if I can find the name of that, I'll have him put that in there. I'm going to take a quick break and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I wanted to talk a little bit about a couple things that came in the mail. I also got that piece of Ligonier Latte from Kitten Stitcher, the R&R piece that I'm going to use for that long Brenda Gervais When Pumpkins Glow. This is my kit from Country Sampler. This is the Threads of History Club, Milady's Courting Conundrum by Running with Needles and Scissors, but it's kitted by Country Sampler. I know you have to be in the club. Sometimes they have extras, but I don't know if they do or not. But this is, I got the 40 count, but it's on Heirloom by Needle Bling. I have a couple pieces of Needle Bling, but I've never stitched on it yet. So I'm looking forward to that. But I love that. It's beautiful. All those motifs, and then the house, and the people, which are clothed. Anyway, so I got that. And I failed to mention last time that I'd gotten Happy Mail. This was a gift from Katie So Tattered. She sent me a project bag. She does a beautiful job on her project bags. Just gorgeous. Love all of the fabric. I think it's all Joe Morton fabric. Beautiful. And the other thing I was going to tell you when I talked about plans, when we have our 3-day retreat from our stitching group, and we don't stay anywhere. We just go to one gal's house, and then we stitch all day for 3 days, and have, everybody contributes to lunch, and it's really fun, really fun. But she has a big enough house because there's about 16 of us. And our next meeting, we're actually going to do in Gainesville at the Victorian Rose Needle Art Shop. So that'll be fun, which is a little over an hour from, maybe an hour and a half to Gainesville from here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'll probably take your car that day if that's okay. It's a Saturday. His car's a little more reliable. My car is smaller and I like it better, but his car's a little more reliable. Anyway, we have giveaways and stuff, and there's all kinds of fun things that we do. But one of the gals, she prints out freebies. So this is a freebie from Plum Street, and then puts the DMC with it, and that's one of the fun prizes. So this is a design. Probably go to Plum Street's blog, because this one came out in 2015, and it's called Brouhaha, and it's a pumpkin guy with coffee. Isn't he cute? With an alphabet. And I think it's adorable. I think he's dancing. And so with it, and there was a number of ones that you could pick. If you didn't like that one, there were some other ones they're all freebies that they print out, and then they add the DMCs. And there's the DMCs for that Brouhaha. And then the other thing I got this quite a while ago at Country Sampler. And this is another freebie. This is called the White Pumpkin by the Bay. I'm just going to show you a quick little picture. It's also a free design from By the Bay Needle Art. I don't know when it came out. And then Country Sampler did a conversion and included finishing and threads and linen to do it on Murky. And then here's the piece to finish it with. And it's not a very big design. Oh, let's see what it is. I don't think it came out in 2018. It's called White Pumpkin for Fall, free design by the Bay Needle Arts. So they didn't sell the chart. All the Country Sampler did was sell the linen and the DMC. So I think it's like 85 by 55, 60. So it's not real big. I mean, it is almost solid stitching though, because of that pumpkin. So I should work on that. So that's 2 free charts that I would like to do. I mean, why not? I've got them kitted. So the next thing I'm going to show you, I showed you some of my prior finishes, and I have more, but I'll wait and show you some more that are more fallish. I'll show you those next time. But I want to quickly show these. Some of them I have the charts. I got the charts out and some I didn't. The first one is a big one. This is Halloween at Hollyberry Farm. Olivia Pumpkin Hollow quotes just finished this one, but this is my Pumpkin Hollow Farm. I'm not sure what I did this on, but all of this like striping kind of stuff is part of the modeling in the linen. I did this quite a few years ago. I still love it. It's got funky people on it. Love it. So that's Halloween at Hollyberry. The next one is Plum Street. And this is Ghoultide Welcome by Plum Street. And this one, I had it framed last year. I finished it in 2021. And I know there's a leaf or two missing over here, so nothing I can do about it now that it's framed. But I love this. That was some solid stitching. So I've done Yuletide, Ghoultide, and Liberty Welcome. I've done the 3 seasons for those. This one is a freebie by Lottie Da. It goes with the one that has the full thing of the witch shoe, and it says pricking of my thumbs, but I'm not sure what this one is called. But this is just says Trick or Treat, and I did this on I'm not sure if I did this on Autumn Gold or what, but I love that one with her green socks. This is one that a friend gave me, and I'm pretty sure it's a JBW design, but she stitched it and framed it for me one year for my birthday. Love that one. Some of these I have all over the house, so I just kind of collected them, and I'll have to go put them back. This one is by Brenda Gervais, and this one is called Bittersweet and Broomsticks. Oops, wait a minute here. Yeah, here it goes, October 31st. Or as Jane from Running with Scissors, Stitching with Jane and Julie, she said, Oct. This is Oct 31st. I love those guys. This is, you would think this is called Boo. It's by Brenda Gervais, but it's actually called Scary Mouse by With Thy Needle and Thread. And I did this on a piece of, it's Picture This Plus, and I think it's kind of, it has a bluish cast, so I'm not sure. What did it call for? Pewter. It's probably Pewter by Picture This Plus. Very cute. I love getting these out every year because they're so fun. This is by Stacy Nash, House on Pumpkin Hill. And there's there's 2 other ones that are kind of similar that have like the vine of pumpkins. I didn't bring those out, but I have those kitted as well that I'd like to do sometime before I die. So this one is called House on Pumpkin Hill, and I just made it into a stuffed pillow. This is just stuffed with fiberfill, so. And then this is in the Plum Street. She did Bowl Full of Scaries. I think there was only 2. I have the other one kitted, but this one is Scary 2 by Plum Street. I think these are still available. And then I just put the black rickrack around the edge and just a brown print. The squirrel. I think this is the last one I'm going to show you today. This is Tricks and Treats, and this is an older one by Brenda Gervais. And I got this one from Shepherd's Bush. and it was kitted. I'm not sure what count this is, but it was kitted. And actually the dress, they sent a conversion, and the dress was supposed to be purple. But I stitched it green, just like the pattern. I'm just chugging along. So anyway, it's on a fairly large, a larger count. That's kind of confusing. You say larger count, larger, you usually think, oh, that's 40, because 40 is a larger number than 28. But actually, 40 is a smaller count than 28, because it's how many threads are in the linen per inch. So anyway, this was, I think, because I used more than one strand, and then I made it into this pillow. That's that same polka dot fabric that I used on that project bag that I made. So she's cute. She has little buttons. She has a pumpkin button and a spider button and some star. Oh, there's a bat up here and a moon button, and then there's some stars on her dress. I just think she's so cute. So cute. I like kind of funky witches. I think they're kind of fun. Anyway, I don't believe in witches. I don't believe in Santa Claus. I don't believe in snowmen, but I like to decorate with some of them. They're kind of fun. So anyway, I think that's all I have to show you today. Like I said, I have some more finished pieces that are fully finished, and I have a couple that I need to fully finish. And I actually ordered a couple frames that I need to go pick up. And I'm going to lace a couple pieces. So maybe I'll have those to show next time. I have a couple small quilts I'm working on. I still have some quilting on my long arm to do, so life's way too busy to be this old and be this busy. It's like, what the heck? So anyway, hope you all are doing well. It's finally getting a little cooler here. We went to Elijah's baseball game last night, and my daughter had a sweatshirt on. So did my granddaughter. I had short sleeves, but it was not chilly. It was in the low 70s, but there was a little breeze that was just had a little coolness to it. So, you know, here in Florida, people think it's 70 degrees and they've got parkas on because they're, as my dad would say, knuckleheads. I don't do that. I lived in Iowa, I've lived in Missouri, I've lived in Kansas, where I know what true cold is. So anyway, enough of my babbling and rambling and all of that. I hope y'all are doing well, and I will see you when I see you. Actually, like I said, I don't see you, you see me. So anyway, love ya. Bye.